Happy morning. Welcome back to our part two of our book. This is the book that we want to share. Yes, the Everyday Hero Manifesto by Robin Sharma. Can you put on up a little bit, Gideon? Yeah, that everyone can see the cover, right? So today is a part two. If you haven't checked out our part one yet, go back to the part one and check it out. So let's go to the direct content in this part two. Let me share the screen here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm so happy and to share about this part two. There's so many good things. And this quote is about better awareness lead to better choices and better results. So no matter how is your background, your belief, this is something that if you want to make changes, you should remember this. And what is about awareness, and how we get awareness is by learning. And the more you learn, the more you have the awareness. And it always starts with awareness. And sometimes, awareness can be proactive. That means you learn and you know about it. Or sometimes it can be just reactive, means it falls to you. Sometimes accidents happen, things happen, and then make you aware. And hopefully we don't have too much things that force to you, like force you to aware, So once we have this awareness, I think that is saying we cannot change if we don't aware. And once you're aware, you cannot help but to change, Once you have awareness, the next step you should do is make the better choices. And of course, a lot of people don't want to make it. And so there is a saying that knowledge or awareness is just a potential power. It's not power, it's a potential power. If you don't make the choices, it just stand as, you just keep it as a potential. Of course, if you don't want to make the choices, it's your choice. And how do we make better choices is by doing implementations, take actions, and that is where you come from awareness, you make your choices. And after choices, hopefully you will get better result. And how do we get better results is by learning all these things. And how do we see whether we get a better result is look at your impact and your income, these two I. Whether you increase, you improve your income, or you improve your impact to the world that you want to make. I just give an example. If you want to have a healthy life, first thing is you must have the awareness, the knowledge of how healthy people live, how they live their life every day. And then after that, you make your choices, like you plan for it, you exercise every day. And then after that, you check, whether you improve your health or not. We have all the KPI, of course, on your health, and you can check. So this is the step, 3 steps. I always remember awareness, choices, and results.
Sometimes when it comes to the awareness, right, the foundation of having that awareness is learning and growing.
Learning.
A lot of time people don't get it. When we talk about learning and growing, reading every single day, people just don't get it. That's why when we don't have better awareness, that cause a lot of, again, so many things. It's just like a chain reaction. Better awareness go to better choices. Better choices will lead to a better outcome. So let's go to the second one. Let me pull up.
Second one is these too shall pass. I saw this not long ago, even before this book. It's a very short quote, but actually touched me a lot. When you have hard experience, when you are down, you can repeat this like a mantra to yourself, like this too shall pass. Hard experience never endure, never long lasting, but patient, steadfast people always well. So it reminds me a lot that everything is transient. I mean, a lot of things will pass, everything will come to an end. Good, bad, sadness, happiness will pass. Like 100 years from now, you, me, everyone will not be in this world. Okay, so nothing is forever. So when you're happy, don't be too excited, it shall pass. When you're sad also, think about it, it will pass also. So don't be too sad also. What sometimes we saw as a burden in life, um, in the midst of all the difficulties, it's actually, it can be turned out to be a blessing. Of course, blessing can also turn out to be difficulties in the split of seconds. And if it helps you grow, it's not a problem. It is a reward. It's a reward. Whether we want it or not, we have to admit that we grow the most when our life is the worst. So hopefully, you get something of this. When you are very down, think of this. Everything will pass.
I love the way you say it. Take this as a mantra. This too shall pass.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the third one.
Oh, and to be a lighter side, this from John Lennon from Beatles. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it is not the end. So this quote actually gave Robin Sharma a lot of strength when he's down. So and I think he talked about this made me think a lot. Taking yourself too seriously guarantees that no one will take you seriously. So if you take life too seriously, and I'm sure no one will, look at you seriously also. Because everyone just think about themselves anyway. So, and the other thing is be in the world, yet not too much in the world. So he talked about being in it, yet you don't require the rewards to lead you a satisfying life. So like is you enjoy what you have, what you do, the benefit you get, but they don't define you. So example, like for myself, I can enjoy, having a sport car, having a good car, but the car don't own me. I own the car. The car don't own you. And sometimes if you lost the car, your car have a scratches, you have accident to your car. It's okay, right? You enjoy having the car, but it don't own you. Yeah.
Yes, well said. So let's go to the next one. It's about the little things are the big things. Yes, you always heard and listen wherever we share about what is the small little things that you do really matters. The small daily seemingly insignificant improvement, when you do it consistently over time, will lead to the stunning results that you are going to have. That is just, for example, when you want to have your six pack or you want to build your muscle, that is the simple things that you exercise every single day or consistently over a period of time, then only you can see your muscle is building up. If you want to take care of your health, that is exactly what you want to do as well. As a wellness coach, I always remind and encourage you all to take a great care of your health by eating healthily. The small little choices that you do consistently over the time, that you can see the difference. So this is the short code that I want to share. The next one, it's about this one. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. So we wish that we have not worried so much about what other people think, because sometimes so much that we think so much about what other people see us. So we fail to take the chances because we don't wish to be rejected, dislike being embarrassed, and desire to look cool. So we have become a cultural attention seeker. So that is the one that I want to highlight is a lot of time, be ourselves. That is like, be yourself. Everyone else is just their opinion towards you, their thoughts about you. It's nothing to do with them, to do with you, nothing to do with you. You just go by yourself. So this is the one Robin Sharma want to highlight is donating our greatest days to the needless pursuit of approval. So now we head to the next one.
The next one is when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. This is by Jimi Hendrix. And the one who loves the most wins. So don't hold back on being the most loving person you ever met or you ever had be. If you are good and people take advantage of you, which I always heard people say about this, like, I'm so good, why people take advantage of you? It is not because being good is bad. It is because you make the choice, you allow people to take advantage of you. And it is not a bad thing, you have the power and you allow people to take advantage of you. And failing to practice kindness on a daily basis will not only make our world a darker, miserable place, it will, corrupts our conscience, it destroys your happiness and credulity. I remember in the books there is a scenery where a superstar will stop and sign for every fans. And Robin asked the superstar, why you do that? There's so many fans of you and you are so busy. Why you do that? And the superstar tell Robin, it takes so little to make someone happy. You just stop, just sign for them. It wouldn't take a few seconds, but it takes so little to make someone happy. So think about it. If you can do many small things and just make people smile or have a happy moment, just do it.
Yeah, you can do something and make someone stay beautiful. This is something that I love to say in my quote. All right. So the next one we want to share is this one. Be happy to see live people. So I believe that we all see live people every single day. But why this quote is so special? Let me read to you what Robin Sharma shared. Imagine how our world would look if we adopted this philosophy. Putting down our devices, yes, our handphone, all these things, being less affected by the selfishness and busyness and increasing our decency. By paying more attention to our collective humanity, the keywords, humanity, to each person in front of us, friend or stranger. Just imagine coming alive every time that we spotted human life. Whenever you see a walking human creature, that's the place. They are alive, right? It's like be happy to see people are alive and they are still able to walk, they're still able to see, they're still able to speak, or even like pets. You see the cats and dogs. I think this is such a very miraculous thing for me to see alive things. So I know that you didn't have this practice recently talking to plants, right? Can you share
Yeah.
your little experience?
So for me, plants also a very living thing. And when you are down, when you need someone to talk to, I mean that's not necessarily a human. So sometimes you can talk to a plant, and I think they can hear you, and they can share your sadness sometimes. And also when you see the plant grow, and sometimes they give you flowers, and you just get positive just instantly.
Yeah, this is exactly, paying attention back to the nature, seeing the live things for not just human, it can be animal, can be plant, all
Yeah.
those things can really make you alive as well. This is one of the best way that can make you so happy. So let's go to the last point before we end our session.
The last one is Steve Jobs, the great Steve Jobs, last 6 words. So according to his sister on the deathbed is, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. So when I read this, Robin was very moved and overwhelmed. So do I. It reminds us like our life is so fragile, and also that our life is so beauty despite all the difficulties. So Robin believed that every one of you have a calling in your life to make humanity better. Yes, you do. No excuse, no escape, no postpone. Our civilization needs more civility and dignity and braveness. So we really need, every one of you at your finest. We all want you to fly so that when you reach your end, wish everyone well, you can tell yourself, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow.
Lovely, lovely sharing. I'm sure that you all love the codes as well. And let Gideon and me and I know which codes you love the most. And just give us in the comment below. Let us know which code. And we shall have a chat soon. Yes. And see you in our next episode. Bye bye.
Bye.